Start your class. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for coming to our opening meeting of the STEM Scholars. I'm Doug Brown. I'm Dean of Science and Mathematics here at Massasoit. We're very excited about this opening meeting to see all the students who are here and also in Canton. But we're also really excited to be announcing the recipients of the Fall 2018 STEM Scholar Associate Scholarships. And to start things off, it's my great pleasure to have Provost Barbara McCarthy here. He's going to say a few words.
Good. We're live streaming to Canton if you're wondering what we're doing here with this, because there's some students in Canton.
To be in the zone.
Yep, hi Canton. They make it tomorrow. I'm not even sure. Woohoo for Canton!
So thank you for letting me speak for first and foremost, I'm bringing greetings from our president, Gina Glickman, who was very sorry to have missed this opportunity. She originally was planning to be here, but there was another conflict in her schedule. She is a brand new president, and you can imagine everybody wants to see her. But she sends her respect and she wanted to make sure that I was really making clear how proud we are of everyone in this room, and particular congratulations to our scholarship recipients. I just want to take a moment to talk about what it means to be in a community college, because it's days like this that those of us who work at community colleges, this is what we get up for every single day. It's why we call community colleges Democracy's College, because we are about expanding opportunity all the time. We know that life isn't always fair. For a lot of people in this room, life has not been handed to you on a silver platter, has it? No, it has not. And we know that opportunity is not distributed equally. But this institution and all community colleges are about making that right. And today is another day in which we're making that mission come true. So I'm so proud of all of you. Congratulations to all of you. Special shout out to the folks some of you will be presenting to the Board of Trustees tonight. Congratulations and ahead for that. We're really looking forward to that. And to the scholarship recipients, this is the beginning of a path. It's a great opportunity to be handed to you, but it's also one you earned and you should be very proud of. Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to introduce Leanne Griggs in a moment, who will continue with our program, but I just want to say one of the things that we're really grateful in this program is the support we get from across the college. And I just want to acknowledge some of the people here. We have Vice President William Mitchell, who's here in the audience. And we have a number of members of our program support staff from various agencies on the college. We have a lot of faculty here. And I also want to acknowledge Professor Rachel Hurst, who's here from Stoneville, who's been a great friend for us. It's nice that we have a whole community here supporting all of our STEM scholars. And so I would like to introduce Leanne Griggs, who is one of the coordinators of the STEM Scholars Association.
Thank you. Thank you guys for coming. This is the STEM Scholars Kickoff meeting. I'm going to tell you in a minute a little bit about the scholarship program. We're going to award our fall scholarships and tell you how you could possibly be the recipient of a scholarship for the spring. First, I want to introduce Dr. Michael Baxton and Dr. Andy Oguma, who are also in charge of the intern program. They also work, the three of us work together on the scholarship program, so sort of the STEM triangle. We're also going to go over what we can expect for the rest of the semester from the STEM program, what we have sort of scheduled already, and then we're going to have a short talk from Dr. Hurst about transferring in STEM to Stonehouse. So that's sort of the agenda. So we're going to start out with the scholarship. Many people in this room may have heard of it, you may not have heard of the scholarship, but the scholarship is from the National Science Foundation. It's a federal grant that we received to award a real lot of money to students over the next 5 years. And last semester we awarded about 23,000. This semester we're at 18. There's more to give. We really need to find some qualified students. So it covers everything up to your cost of attendance, up to $5,000 a semester for up to 5 semesters. So it's a really, really good sum of money, good scholarship for you guys to have. There's an eligibility sort of flow chart out in the hallway. You can sort of see if you are eligible. The spring applications are actually going to be coming out within the next couple of weeks, so look at your emails. What I would just throw up there quickly are the scholarship requirements. And again, you guys can read through these, you can see them out in the hall. You have to be Pell eligible, you have to have some merit in terms of a qualifying GPA, you have to be in a STEM program, LATS, LATC, CISP, CISS, and there's a couple of other qualifications. But if you see this and look in the hallway, and when I send out the application, I will send the qualifiers again. Absolutely apply. We have money to spend, and we would love to spend it on some great qualified candidates. So, without further ado, we're going to announce the candidates who are receiving scholarships for the fall. So, we're first going to call Ms. Molly O'Keefe. And this is Molly's second semester receiving the scholarship. Thank you, Molly.
Thank you.
We have Albert Alex Blackler, who can't be with us today, but he is a scholarship recipient. Also, Mr. Jean Guerriere, who cannot be with us today, is also a scholarship recipient. We have Miss Nicole Dacey, who is here today, her second scholarship award. And lastly, we have Mr. Jefferson Francois, also receiving the So congratulations to the sponsor.
If we could have the recipients come down for a group picture with the provost, and the
Andy, Michael.
programs, we'll do it quickly, and then
Quick shot, talk amongst yourselves. Quietly talk amongst yourselves.
Oh, okay, everyone's wearing gray and black except me. I'll be in the middle. My pink will be in the middle.
we need to
Switch together. I need to be in the front. Like, should I do this?
come on the
In the middle. Well, I know I'm not the shortest. All right, thank you, Jim. All right. So thank you to Barbara, thank you to Dean Doug Brown. I'm going to sort of move on and talk about the STEM program in general. And are you, no, feel free to say hello, bye. I didn't,
You called my name.
oh, I was just thanking you again. So the STEM program in general is a multifaceted approach to sort of introducing students to soft skills, introducing students to research, introducing students to transfer opportunities, career opportunities, kind of a big umbrella. So we call it the STEM Scholars Program. And underneath that, we have sort of different pockets, right? We have the STEM Scholars, we have the Associates, which we're calling our scholarship recipients, and we have the STEM Interns. So the Scholars are basically any student who wants to join. It's free to join. You can, you'll get emails, you'll come to meetings, sort of a light touch kind of participation.
The scholarship, obviously, if you're going to be a scholarship recipient, then you will fulfill all the qualifications, there's an interview process, and then perhaps you'll be a scholarship associate. And then the interns are paid internships within the research area of the STEM program. And there are all different types of projects from chemistry to ecology that are going on under the research umbrella. And again, those are for students who have been in the STEM program maybe 1 or 2 semesters and can get an idea about what the internship could do for them. So what do? Right, we have activities, field trips, we do advising, we have people come in and talk about careers, right? We have them talk about what it's like to work in a STEM field from a variety of STEM fields. I'm going to show you sort of our fall list, and it ranges everything from cybersecurity to the Environmental Protection Agency. We have a variety of different STEM people coming in. If you want to sort of be in the STEM Scholars Program, this might fall down. Sorry, Kenton. If it's about roughly an hour a week, right, to sort of commit to this. Not a huge commitment, but you're going to get a lot from it. The goal is to give you something a little extra, that outside the classroom, right? You're going to learn your chemistry, you're going to learn your math, you're going to be in those intensive computer classes. But what else, right? What else do you need to build? You need to build soft skills, professionalism, group work, critical thinking, right? Those are maybe extras, and that's what we're going to give you tools in those areas. So, okay, you're thinking, well, why should I do this? This came from a Time Magazine article. It said that a survey by the Workforce Solutions Group finds that 60% or more say applicants lack communication and interpersonal skills. They can't think critically and creatively, they can't solve problems or write well. They cited soft skills as the area with the biggest gap. So what they're not saying is that people don't have content knowledge. Because you come, you get your content knowledge. But there's much more to having a good and solid career and being good at your career than just the content knowledge. So we're looking to sort of tackle these areas, or help you find the resources to tackle those areas. All right, these are the soft skills that they're looking for. Team player, being flexible, being an effective communicator, problem solver, being resourceful, accepting feedback, being confident, and being able to creatively think. All right, and so these are things that we will highlight. We will ask our presenters to highlight the importance of when they're here, and we will also sort of give you tools, tricks, talk about them, to build them, right? Because it's like any other learning curve. You can be a confident speaker. You can be a critical thinker. You just need to have the tools to learn how to do that and practice it. So what are we going to do? We do targeted advising as one of our major tenets, because especially within the science and math, the computer science seems to have a pretty prearranged track that's, I don't want to say easier to follow, but set. When you're taking sciences and when you're taking maths, it's hard to sometimes know exactly what math is right for your pathway. Because you need to take a 4-credit science. That could be anything. That could be genetics, that could be environmental science, could be bioprinciples, could be general physics, could be college physics, what's the difference, right? So targeted advising really allows us to work with individual students and say, this is what you need for your specific path. Because even though Susie and Bobby might be both going to major in biology, maybe they might want to take different things based on their area. Right, so targeted advising is important because you can get all the way through finishing your associate's degree and you might only have 3 or 4 classes that are going to transfer on your major because you didn't take the right sciences or you didn't go on the right track with math. So we want targeted advising is important to make the most of your time here to help you when you transfer. The speaker series, speakers from industry, transfer institutions. We're starting with Stonehill right off the bat. All right, we're going to get people to come in and talk to you about what it is like at schools here, there, Northeast, right, Massachusetts. What is it like? What career options are out there? You love biology. All right, well, that's a huge field. You can't just say biology, right? Huge. So we're going to get people to come in and give you ideas. This is what you can do with it. Maybe you do this. There is
maybe, a research symposium in the fall, maybe?
Spring.
Spring, all right, so we'll help out with that, kind of touch on the research part of it. We also have a non-credit course option, looking for something extra to put on your resume, transcript, resume, both, I guess. Non-credit course option really has us diving in to some of those topics, actually on Canvas. It's free. It'll count as a non-credit course on your transcript. You will participate in discussions, you will participate in activities that help you build those soft skills. The non-credit course is a great way to sort of really dive into some of these little extras. And we have, come on in, sit, join us, we're talking about fun. No, you're in the right room. Oh, I don't know, you might have. You are now. The course description, we're going to practice interviewing skills, you'll practice collaborative learning, discussions, talk about important soft skills, what you can do to build them, what you can do to sort of strengthen those areas. So the non-credit course option, if you're interested, all right, the registration sheets are down here. Again, it's free to you. It's Canvas-based, so there's no coming to campus for an extra thing. It's all something that you'll do online. And it is course number CSED 089 for the scholars, 094 for the associates, and 095 for the interns. Now, associates and interns, this isn't optional. You have to do this. So before you leave today, make sure you take the correct registration form. Interns and associates can also register for both scholars and, right? Because you'll do two sort of different components. So you can register for more than one if you are an associate or an intern. All right, so those forms are up here. Let's see. This is our presentation schedule. These are who are coming to talk to us for the next, 2 or 3 months. We're having Dr. Mitch Wagner from Western Connecticut State University, and he's going to talk about the science behind climate change. We're going to have Kevin Burns from Draper. He is going to come and talk about cybersecurity. We're going to have David Wilson. He actually was a biology major who has now sort of skewed his biology into being a biopharmaceutical patent attorney. It's kind of an interesting take on starting out in bio. Our STEM advising day is 10/24. Then we're having Dr. Lou Leota from Stonehill is going to come talk about some chemistry research. Brad Fanger is going to come. He is actually a STEM job recruiter, placement guy. So he's going to come and talk about finding a job in STEM, right, what that looks like. And then we're going to have Mr. Ed Hathaway. He's going to come and talk about his work with the Environmental Protection Agency. So we have some chemistry, we have some biology, we have some ecology, right? We have computer, cybersecurity, all kinds of interesting things happening this fall. And of course, you'll get emails. The last thing I want to talk about, I think, before is the Earth Club. The Earth Club, formerly known as ELM, has been reinvigorated. There is a little handout here that just gives you the idea. Behind the Earth Club, they meet on Fridays from 12 to 1. If you're interested in the Earth Club, they're going to talk about sustainability, everything. She says, if you like rocks and being outside, you will like this club. That's what she said to me. I was like, I'll say those words, because I like rocks and being outside. So the Earth Club, you can talk to Melanie McFadden, and her email is right there, and it's also on that handout if you are interested in Earth Club. It's a great club. They're going to do, they do hikes and beach cleanups, and it's a great group to be involved in. Friday movie night. Got you with Friday movie night. So I know I went through this relatively quickly, right? People have places to be at 1 o'clock. Does anyone have any questions about anything before I pass it over to Dr. Hurst? Does anyone need any clarification through my speed talking? Yeah.
If you took this school class in the last semester, do you have to take it again?
Have to, no. Encourage you to, yes. It's different. Every semester is different. So it wouldn't hurt to have that on your transcript 1, 2, 3, 4 times, right? Anyone else? All right. So the next thing we're going to do is Dr. Rachel
Rachel Hurst is going to talk about STEM at Stonehill, scholarships, steps to transfer, and I have here a list of talks. At Stonehill College, they do talks in biochemistry and chemistry, as well as biology on Fridays. And they have opened the doors to our students. So I have the list here. If you guys are interested in any of these talks, what do we have? Genome editing, phosphorylated tau accumulations, things I don't understand, computational chemistry, top-down proteomics, right? All kinds of really interesting things that we're invited to go to. Faculty, grab them. Students, also grab them. So down here we have the registration forms, the Earth Club, the STEM Scholars event schedule, and the Stonehill Research Speaker Series. All kinds of things. All right, so Dr. Rachel Hurst.
Hello, and thank you for having me. I was told to keep this very short, so I don't have slides or anything. It really is just to introduce you to me and opportunities that are available to you. So I did put some sheets at the end of each of the tables. If you want to fill that out and you want to hear more about what I say today, I will follow up with some specifics, but today is really just a brief intro. So as Professor Griggs mentioned, my name is Rachel Hurst. I am currently a biology faculty member at Stonehill College. I was previously a Massasoit biology faculty member, now like 8 years ago, but I was here for 4.5 years. I'm very excited to see how this, the opportunities that you have available to you. And so biology faculty, but I'm also the community college science transfer liaison, which means that I facilitate conversations between the two colleges and communication between the two colleges. Specifically, if you decide that you want to apply to Stonehill, that's when you would kind of get in contact with me or before, and I help facilitate and advocate for you during that process. So first, congratulations to the STEM scholarship recipients, and then for all of you for being here to hear about either as a returning STEM kind of intern or scholar or any of those kind of categories. You already have started preparing yourself for transfer if that's the kind of next step. And so one of the reasons that I decided or was invited to come today is because the things that the STEM Scholars internship, all of this kind of umbrella, really is preparing you, as Professor Griggs said, for a job after or transfer to a four-year school. So students who participate in these types of activities, in my experience, and I think that Professor Bankson and other faculty here would say, are better prepared to transfer or to get a job, right? You learn all of those things that Professor Griggs kind of mentioned. And so I'm here to really look for qualified, strong candidates who have an interest in transferring to a four-year institution. Maybe you've thought about Stonehill, maybe you haven't, but I want to kind of give you more information. So I really first wanted to just say this has been a long, ongoing collaboration for the past 10 years, and it's evolved over time. And so one thing that's very unique about the collaboration more recently is, so as Professor Griggs mentioned about the STEM NSF grant, we also have an STEM NSF funded grant. We received them at the same time. And so we're really trying to coordinate being as prepared as possible, taking advantage of everything that you can that's offered here at Massasoit, and then hopefully having a smooth transition to a four-year school, and hopefully that's Stonehill if you think that that's a good fit. So we also have STEM scholars, and we also have STEM scholarship opportunities that I'm just going to kind of briefly mention today. So the students who have transferred and have been what I think the most successful in that kind of transition have done, have taken science and math courses here, and have also participated in research if that's available to you if you're part of the internships, and have also, if possible, taken advantage of some of the advising opportunities as well as courses that you might be able to take at Stonehill. So how many people here, I'll just get think, are interested in transferring? so hopefully, some of you may be in a different kind of part of that path. Maybe you're just getting a scholarship and just starting in your first year, or maybe you're getting ready to apply for a transfer, right? Hopefully in that process, when you're looking for schools that you want to transfer, you are trying to maximize your time here. And Professor Briggs said those same words. I can't reiterate that enough. You want to take advantage of everything and maximize your time here. And that means taking science and math courses related to the discipline that you want to kind of major in. And so a couple things that are available to you, even if you don't transfer to Stonehill, is these type of opportunities where I come a couple times a semester and talk advising about transferring to Stonehill, but I also advise lots of students who end up not coming to Stonehill, because I do have a little insight, I would hope, to the expectations at a four-year school, and so what we're looking for. So that kind of advising piece. But also, Stonehill and Massasoit have an articulation agreement. I don't know how many people have heard of an articulation agreement. If you haven't, that basically means that we have agreed on courses that you take here that transfer as those same courses at Stonehill. So that may be like, of course, why wouldn't you do that? We're transferring. Why don't you take my biology course, right? Well, that's not always the case at every institution. And so we've gone through, and if you've taken biology 1 and 2, well, that transfers as biology 1 and 2 at Stonehill. And so we've done that for different majors. And so you can really think about those courses that you want to kind of take here. So that's before. If you decide to apply and you're accepted, again, we are looking for students that have challenged themselves and taken advantage of all of these kind of programs that you've heard about today. The STEM scholars that transfer in also have, so we have something, we have scholarship opportunity, 2 different types, merit scholarship and need-based scholarship. So if you have a 3.5 or higher at Massasoit, when you transfer, you can get up to $20,000 in merit scholarship per year. And we also have, with our NSF STEM grant, you can receive up to another $7,500 towards your per year, depending on your need. And so that seems like a lot of money, right? And Stonehill is more expensive than Massasoit, but what I can say is that a lot of students who have transferred pay similar to what they have paid here, or sometimes even less. So don't count us out if you've never thought of Stonehill because you think it's too expensive. We actually have quite a bit of money to give. We're looking for those qualified candidates. So scholarship opportunities, and one of the things I'm most excited about that's probably unique to transferring to Stonehill is that as part of our NSF STEM grant, there's a research opportunity the summer before you transfer. So if you decide to, if you're accepted and you decide to come to Stonehill, you have the option to apply for a summer research opportunity where you get to be involved in faculty research throughout the summer, and there's a lot of programming that's also involved with that. One of the reasons I'm so excited about that is a lot of times when students transfer in, say as a junior on the science track, those spots are very competitive, and a lot of times if you haven't developed relationships with faculty, you may not be able to compete for those opportunities just because faculty don't know you, right? And so we really try to streamline that transition so that you meet faculty and students, so that when you actually transfer, you already have that kind of peer group, and you also have faculty who you're going to have classes with. So the students who take advantage of that, again, their transition is a little bit, or a lot smoother, I should say. Just want to make sure I'm not missing. And then also you get to be involved in the STEM Scholar programming. So similar to what you have here, we have monthly meetings, we have invited speakers, we have programming that's specific to our STEM Scholars, and we think special because we really try to prepare students the best for what's next after Stonehill. So with that, so those are the benefits if you're accepted and you decide to come. The other thing I should say is you also get me as an advocate, which may not seem like a lot, right? But I work very, very hard. You know, a lot of people, you may think, okay, well, why do you want to recruit so hard students at Massasoit? When I was here, I advised students. I saw a lot of students get to the point, like Professor Briggs said, been here for, 2 years, 60 credits, and they're not prepared to transfer because maybe they haven't taken the right courses or they don't transfer, and they're just not prepared for that next step. And so we really, that broke my heart when I saw people at that point. So we really try. The advising component that Professor Briggs has talked about is so, so important so that you maximize your time here. And now you have all these research opportunities. And so I think students who come from Massasoit and the experiences I had, working, going to school, really focus on your education. You bring a lot of value and experience that I think is really important, and I think is important to bring to Stonehill and to other places as well. So I'm committed to that, and so I advocate very strongly for the best financial aid package that I can, and also once you get there, I'm your advisor, and I kind of help you in that process. So if any of this sounds interesting to you, I did put a sheet on the front. Like I said, I just kind of mentioned some of it, but I will follow up in the next week or so with a very specific email. So if you put your email on that and say you want to receive information, I'll also be on campus multiple times throughout both semesters. And as Leanne mentioned, Professor Leoter will also be here as one of the speakers, and so I'll be here in that November meeting. I think it's the 17th. So if you wanted to meet with me and have specific questions, I'm happy to meet with you on that. So if you're interested, what do you need to do? All the things that you just heard about. Take advantage of all of these opportunities. Take science and math courses. We're looking for students who have had a strong 2 years here, at least. If it doesn't have to be just 2 years, it may take you 3.5, but so that you can transition, right, to a junior or senior as a biology or neuroscience or environmental science, whatever major you choose, so that you're actually hitting the ground running and can finish. I would say most transfers can do it in 5 semesters. This semester we have one that has done it in 4, so she really did 2 and 2. But she took advantage of one other thing that I didn't mention. How many people have heard of the SACHM agreement? So some. One advantage that hopefully you'll hear at some of these other meetings, that there are other colleges as well as Stonehill, but I think people use this often. If you're a full-time student, you can take advantage and you can take a course at Stonehill for no additional cost. But it would be a course, say, that's not offered in the semester that you want. So I'd say the course that gets taken the most of the courses is cell biology and organic chemistry. And students who take advantage of that, again, you get a sense of being able to test Stonehill up. So maybe you come and you be like, yeah, this isn't for me. Or maybe you go and love it and know that that's where you want to go. So I can talk to you more about that, but there is that opportunity. If, say, cell biology is that last course that you need to take, or organic chemistry isn't offered this semester, you need to take it, there's that option through the SACHM agreement.
Do you want me to collect these, or you want to hand them to you now?
I was going to do a raffle. I don't know what time, so if you want to just hand them to the end, I'll,
do a raffle.
yeah, I have a couple of water bottles to give. So if you want to hand
So
them
fill
back,
those out and
I'll do a little
She'll have her
raffle
stuff
prize. So if you're interested, challenge yourself here, take the science and math courses, do well. I look to my colleagues here, right, the faculty that are running this program to give good recommendations. And so follow up with that email. Thank you very much for having me. I know you guys
All right, so we're gonna get more.
I was going to say, do you want me to say a few words?
Sure, yeah, we're gonna wrap up. So the things that you need to do sort of as you leave, sort of come out this way would be great. Pick up any papers that are relevant to you. The Stonehill Speaker Series, one of the course registrations, right, the free STEM course registration, the handout for Earth Club, and the list of the fall events for STEM. That's all down here at the front. Feel free to come up and talk to any one of us, Dr. Bagson, Dr. Aguma, or myself about any questions that you had. Check your eligibility for your scholarship on the bulletin board over there, and look for my emails within the next couple of weeks for the spring scholarship. Check your email regularly, because this is who's emailing you all the time. So Dr. I can say that.
You can say Dr. Yeah.
Dean Dr. Brown is going to just sort of wrap up the meeting, and then you guys are free to go.
All right, I just want to quickly say thank you for coming. I think as Dr. Hurst said, the fact that you're sitting here is a first step in moving yourself towards the future. And one of the challenges in higher ed, it's extremely complex. And figuring out what you should do, why you should do it, how you should do it, is difficult. And so one of the most important skills here as a student is to develop a network of support. And that's part of the goal here of the STEM Scholars, is to give you resources to talk to. So you've met Professor Briggs, Professor Bankson is part of this program, Professor Aguma. We have a whole bunch of faculty here. We have a whole bunch of math faculty sitting in the back. We have a chemistry faculty member. We have bio faculty. Everyone here is interested in talking and helping with students. And so by coming here, hopefully what you're doing is starting the first step of developing some connections and figuring out who you should be talking to. So get to know Professor Briggs. She is a wealth of information, but she also knows if you suddenly have a question about Calc 3, she's going to say, you know what? We have Professor Chadley sitting in the back. He would love to talk to you. We have Professor Rosada. We have Professor Keating. We have Professor
The connection
Torres.
to the connections, we'll say.
That's what you want to
6 degrees of
develop.
separation.
Because the other challenge I want to give you as you leave, I want to challenge you to never have to make an appointment to come see me. Usually when people come see the dean, it's because something has gone wrong. And usually that something has gone wrong is because a student doesn't have a good communication network and they weren't able to navigate things. And if you need to come see me, I'm absolutely happy to have you come see me and we'll work through a problem. But usually that's happening at a point where working through the problem is going to be a little bit thorny. It's better if you have a communication network and you know Professor Simmons in the biology department, and you can go to him and say, I'm struggling to figure out how to succeed in bioprinciples. And he can give you some advice. Or you're not sure what chemistry you should be taking, and you can go see Professor Toomey. Those are the connections that you want to make, so you don't have to make the appointment to see the dean to try and sort out a problem. What I'd much rather you do is you pop your head in my door, maybe in your 3rd semester or 4th semester here, and say, you never met me. And that's because I made it through Massasoit, and I am now going to Stonehill, UMass Boston, Wellesley, Holyoke, UMass Amherst, or I found a job. Those are the meetings I like to have. So I challenge you to poke your head into my office, semester 3 or semester 4, and tell me your success. But if needed, you're also welcome to make an appointment with me, and we can solve the problem. Good luck, and I hope you take advantage of the wealth that we have to offer you here.
Thank you.
And I just want to take a second and just thank the faculty for coming out. This is more faculty in this room right now than we've had in 2 years, and I appreciate every single person that I'm looking for coming. With your support, come grab what you need to grab. Fill out your, if you're going to, when you register for the course, you can give it to me, or you can give it to Rachel or Kate, admins in the.
And Captain Folk, if you have any questions, you can email sciencemath@massasoit.edu,
And Danny.
and we will respond to you and send you any forms that you need. Thank you for watching.
What's the number for, which is